welcome back. So it's dinner just happened now, and you guys are in your rooms, and you hear the soft murmur of animals outside, nature and all that stuff. The forest is actually within view of your window. The storm has started to clear up a little bit more at this point, and it seems to kind of be more at a light drizzle. You have a moment alone to yourselves right now.
So does anyone else think it was kind of weird that all of the dishes were blood?
Yeah, I feel like there was a lot of blood.
Yeah, I guess the blood thing might be weird for topside. I imagine, in all actuality, that wouldn't weird Orgoloth out, at all. This is probably the first thing that seems normal to him since he left the Underdark.
You hear a knock at the door.
Yeah? Come in?
As the door opens, and you see the memorable face of Sherbert, wearing what looks like one of those nightcaps. I have just come to remind you that if you need me, just please pull this rope over here and it'll ring at my room and let me know that you need me. Other than that, I hope you have a pleasant evening.
Night, Sherbert.
Thank you,
Good night, Sherbert.
Good night, boys. Sweet dreams and kisses. And he walks and he closes the door.
Paelius immediately pulls the rope.
So nothing happens.
Probably because he's not in his room yet.
He's not in his room yet. So there's no way he can hear the rope.
You guys, this rope is broken.
I appreciate the effort, though. But yeah, you can go back to your conversation if you like.
What were we talking about? All that
we're
blood.
talking about all the blood.
I feel like there was a weird amount of blood. Like, don't get me wrong. I've hunted my fair share of animals out there, but so it's not meat or anything throwing me off. It's, I just feel like most people just don't eat the blood a lot.
I mean, I've heard of most of those dishes that were served to us, but not all in one meal.
I don't know. There's just something about the blood, drinking the blood and eating the blood. There's plenty of good meat on there.
So, what's in the room?
In the room itself, there's your 3 beds, some nightstands, what looks like curtains, the large window that shows the outside, and the rain has actually stopped completely now, and you can just see the pure light of the full moon just kind of beaming in.
Is there a bath anywhere in this mansion?
Is there a bath? There is a bathroom connected to your room.
Not to pee or anything, like a bath.
Yes, a bathroom is...
Okay. Is it a little one, or is it a big one?
There is a full bath in there and a toilet.
Hey, you just asking, or are you going to go use it?
Well, I was thinking if there was somewhere in the castle, a bathhouse kind of room, why don't we just...
Where we could all just go have a little soak together?
Just chill, get some nice hot towels or whatever.
I mean, the 3 of you could very easily fit in that bath.
Oh, yeah, let's soak.
Okay, yeah, let's soak for sure. It only needs to fit 2.5.
Paelius is immediately down.
Jimothy, are you in?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
Jimothy is not super down.
Come on, Jimothy, don't be a prude.
When Orgoloth takes off his shirt, you can see he's got a tramp stamp that says True Cult, but it's spelled with a K for cult, and the U's are both V's.
Is this canon?
Yes, canonically, it's a tramp stamp that says True Cult.
Ernest, does your tattoo say Tverkvlts?
Oh, right, you still think his name is fucking Ernest.
Oh, shit.
Continuity.
It's
been 5 episodes.
Yeah. I was going to think maybe Orgoloth should tell him, but no, he's not going to fucking tell him. He loves it. He loves it.
It's going to be episode 16, be guys, did you know that Orgoloth, his name is Orgoloth, not Ernest? It's yeah, everyone's known.
And when he says,
just yeah.
No one told me. Guys, also talking to Orgoloth, my name's been Orgoloth since I was born. Of course I know that, Paelius. But yeah, that is canon. He does have that tramp stamp.
I'm not sure what you had in mind for us soaking, but Paelius is immediately naked and hopping in that tub, just full.
Orgoloth wasn't originally planning on getting naked, but he's not ashamed of nudity. Everybody else is doing it.
Wait, was he gonna go in half armored?
Well, I figured whatever small clothes, because obviously he's not gonna wear armor against his bare skin.
It was splint mail. I just like to imagine a splint mail covered Orgoloth just going into a bathtub. Perfect.
No, I changed my mind. He's not naked in the bath. He's only wearing really short cut off jean shorts.
There are literally dozens of you.
Okay, so Jimothy, your friends kind of walk into the bathroom and I am assuming shut the door, but with these two, I don't know.
No, we'll leave the door open and he can hear us giggling and splashing water at each other.
I'm hey, watch this. And I make a little whirlpool with my magic powers. Just
roll for that.
I don't have to. It's elemental attunement. I can just do it.
You also don't even have to do that. You can just do that with your hand.
No, but this is
Hey, Hey, Paelius, roll for it.
Am I just rolling a d20?
Yes.
Oh, 19. Tell me I don't make this whirlpool.
It causes a full whirlpool that starts spinning the both of you.
Yes. Yes. We don't. People pay money for this, and I just did it for free. You're welcome.
Questioning why I'm asking you to roll something as if something fun isn't going to happen. Fuck you guys.
When it calms down, Orgoloth's just going to put his hands together, like slightly under the water, and squeeze them so a little squirt of water shoots out.
So you can hear the soft squirting of water from the other room, Jimothy. I just want to let you know.
Oh, Jimothy's wandered off. Like, he's not...
You just wandering in the castle? Like...
Yeah, I'm just gonna wander around the castle.
Yeah, Jimothy wandering sequence would be sick right now. Let's do it.
Okay, so Jimothy leaves the room, just kind of like, I'm done with this, and walks around the castle, and you kind of see the soft glow of candlelight coming from down the hall as it kind of turns the corner and leaves, almost like a person walking with a candlestick.
I'm gonna wander my way towards that.
Okay, so Jimothy's making his way down this sort of dark hallway. Clearly there are no lights left on because of the, I guess the curfew, if you want to call it that. But the sort of light pouring in from the moon itself seems to kind of illuminate the room, as you can hear the soft steps and whispering of two different people. Can you roll a stealth for me? Also, are you still wearing your heavy armor?
Right now I don't think Jimothy would be wearing his scale mail. He would just be like in normal clothes.
Okay.
Can he be wearing a onesie with like a butt
Flap.
Flap, that's it.
No.
Canon, when we get back to it, Orgoloth is absolutely wearing
He's just like wearing like a pretty basic like a white shirt with like a collar and then some just like regular trousers.
Roll stealth for me.
10.
Okay. And as you step closer, you kind of see them stop and hesitate and look around.
But they didn't look down, so they didn't see me.
Are you going to stay where you are, standing around the corner, or are you going to like pull back? Are you gonna...
Is this like were they like suspiciously whispering?
I cannot answer that.
Okay, well, yeah, I'll stay back right now.
All right, so you pull back a bit from the corner as you kind of just like press up against the wall.
Cast Detect Evil and Good.
I am not gonna do that. Well, actually, no, not right now. So I guess I'll just keep following them.
Can you roll perception for me?
19.
Okay, as you walk towards where they were standing, and you're following along, you can kind of see that one of the doors is kind of cracked open, like someone left the door open. Do you want to follow them or go inside the room?
I'll go inside the room. I'll slip inside the room.
Jimothy manages to sneak inside the room, close the door quietly behind him. Not going to make a roll for that. As you are now in what looks to be the bedroom of Madame Pennycopper. You can tell this by the sort of embellishments on her nightstand seem to match. Is it a lot of copper? It's bluer styles, and there's some documentation, but it doesn't look like legal documents.
Are you gonna read her diary?
No, he's not a bad boy. I guess I'll roll. I'll roll a perception check to see what's going here. That's a 17.
You see some some stuff on the table, like some ornamentations and things like that. A small picture. You see some documents on the writing desk. The window has been closed shut, and the bed looks completely untouched.
I'm gonna just hop out and then go back to where I'm gonna go back to following them.
So you exit the room, and at this point they have kind of wandered off. Are you gonna just walk in the general direction that they were, or are you gonna...
Yeah. I'm gonna keep going the direction that they were going.
Okay, so you walk towards there. Can you roll stealth for me again?
I got a nat 20.
Okay, you're fine then. You're by yourself enough that it's like there seems to be no real no one around that could hear you anyway. And after your first mistake, or your first almost getting caught moment, you kind of figured out just being a little more careful is really all you need, and you're gonna be fine with the moonlight and everything. You have a lot of advantages here in terms of being hidden. As you make your way down the hallway again, there seems to be another split, as lights seem to be going in both directions. And as you kind of sit there and think about which way to go, the lights of those candles seem to slowly move away their orange scent, sort of almost the room is sucking out the candle's glow, as sort of that bluish nighttime atmospheric seems to kind of creep back in.
Can I roll perception?
Sure. You don't see anything I haven't described to you.
Detective on good, maybe.
You know what? I guess I'll use detect people. I'm good. For
Okay, you use it. There is a lot of wood, metal, and stone around you, so you really can't detect anything. Within 30 feet of you, you detect neither good nor evil. No aberrations, celestials, elementals, and nothing of that kind. Not even undead.
Jimothy's a little less spooked. I guess I'll just continue on.
Which way are you going? Left or right?
Left.
Okay, so you follow the person going left.
Yeah.
And as you follow, you can see what looks to be Vivian Dunmore, who's making her way down the stairs towards a part of the castle you have never been introduced to.
Remind me again who Vivian Dunmore was?
She was the legal
Okay, the
person.
one who was doing the legal writings. Okay, I guess I'll keep following her.
Okay. You continue to follow her, and you kind of hear her whispering this sort of like angry, sort of frustrated mumbling. And she kind of walks up to this door that looks like it would lead to a cellar of some kind, but it seems kind of out of place for being indoors. And it seems to be at the end of a hallway, as you are sort of watching her stand there, and she kind of looks at it, and she kind of looks around nervously. Can you roll stealth for me once again, really quick? With advantage because of your previous roll.
15 plus 2 is 17.
Okay. You manage to keep your distance enough, and she doesn't seem to look at you as she kind of closes it and kind of makes it what seems like a mental note to herself as she kind of starts walking back down that hall. What are you doing?
I'm gonna go back the way I came and then go right instead of left.
Do you want to check out the thing she was looking at first, or
Well,
like hide and then check it out?
oh yeah, that's actually a pretty good idea. So I'll probably I'll stay out of her view. Maybe dart into a nearby room or something.
I'm going to make it... That's going to be a stealth check, and that's going to be her within 10 feet of you. Are you sure you want to do that?
Well, I mean, wait, what was the other stealth check?
So that she wouldn't see you when she was looking around.
Oh.
But you're going to be walking right... She's going to be walking right next to you, buddy.
Okay, then I'm gonna head back and
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you make your way... You start walking back, trying not to get in trouble by either her or what you assume would be Sherbert walking around, kind of in his weird, creepy sort of way.
Well, I mean, if he's walking around, then that bell's going to be useless all night. And then, in the distance, Paelius rings the bell. No.
Does he?
Wait,
they're in the fucking bath.
I'm in the bath and would have no reason to.
True.
But
okay.
I mean, okay, that's fair. I would have totally believed if Paelius was like, you know what? And then just got out of the bath and rung the bell.
Yeah, that would have been too meta.
And then got back in the bath.
Yeah.
But as you are making your way back, and you're about to go down the corridor that's going right, you both groups, both Jimothy and Paelius and Orgoloth can hear the sounds of a scream from outside in the courtyard area.
Oh, I'm gonna rush to the window, if there's a window near me.
Orgoloth is going to rush out of his room towards the noise without even getting dressed first.
So a naked Orgoloth runs towards the balcony of his room.
Naked and soaking
towards the balcony of his room. Can you roll acrobatics?
You're
for me
gonna
to see if you
ruin
don't
the
slip?
hardwood.
I think that's going to be an 11.
Okay, you slip a bit, but you just barely manage to catch yourself.
Okay.
As you turn the corner. As you run to the outside balcony, and you see, and also Jimothy sees, what looks like a figure, a very shadowy beast-like figure grabbing someone. You're not sure who, holding a candle, who drops it onto the dirt, and they get carried off into the woods. You can see where they're going. Do you guys want to try to follow?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, sure.
Well,
okay.
But that being said, okay, super, super down to follow, but I don't think we can... I think I should put my armor back on.
You will not have time to put your armor back on.
Paelius doesn't need
You'll have
armor.
time to put on leather, but not your full armor set.
I don't have like... I'll grab like my shield and...
Okay, so we can grab our weapons then, just not have
your
time
weapons,
to
and
don armor.
And you guys have enough time to put on like basic clothing.
Okay.
Unless you want to go out there fucking naked. In which case, go for it. I'm super down.
Yeah, let's do it.
Paelius
Whatever.
is doing that because nudity is nothing to him and would just want to get out there to help this person.
I was already wearing clothes.
So in a hurry, Orgoloth and Paelius are going to grab their stuff. They're going to grab their bag of things as well as their weapons. I don't know what manner of clothing they're going to be grabbing as they kind of rush outside and run into Jimothy, actually out there. And you seem to be the only ones that kind of answer the cry.
I just had a mental picture. So we're both completely naked, and Jimothy is short. So this is right in it.
God. Jimothy's like, oh God, guys, why didn't you put on any clothes or anything? I'm sure that wouldn't
You
have
hear
taken...
another scream that before you can even answer that, you hear another scream. As roll perception for me really quick.
Cool. And remember, we both got dark vision.
18.
You see that
4.
right off to the side, there seems to be a horse-drawn carriage that has not been put away yet. You guys can get on this carriage and try to chase after.
Let's do it.
Absolutely.
All right, so the three of you make your way onto the cart. Who's grabbing the reins?
I will.
Grab the reins, roll animal handling for me.
That was specifically why I did not grab the
Same.
So I rolled a 13, and so it's a 16.
You manage to kind of get the beast under control as you go and go, ha! And you smack the reins as it takes off into the forest after this creature. It's sort of a rocky path, so you guys are going to be kind of stumbling, and kind of the cart will not be sort of stable during its trip. Orgoloth, in the bag that you are holding with your stuff, you can see some of the potions and other things that you may have accumulated over your travels are in there, just without your armor. And thankfully, there are some cloths in there if you guys want to put some sort of cloth around your waists, but that's totally optional.
Nope.
God.
I like to imagine that as we're like bumping around, that like Orgoloth and Paelius keep like fumbling and falling all over each other.
I cannot wait.
And of course they're wet,
For the
so
fan
it's
art.
real slippery.
Yeah.
It's real slippery.
I cannot wait for
with
the artwork
mixing
for
of
this
twitches
episode.
and branches snapping, Jimothy, you can hear the wet sound of flesh slapping each against itself. Are either of you going to join Jimothy up at the front of the cart?
Yeah, I probably should.
Okay.
Jimothy's like,
better in the
it's
dark,
okay,
so."
guys. I got this. Don't worry.
Orgoloth sits down next to you in full display.
He's just like
as-
spread eagle too.
Right.
Yeah, just
Um,
like man spreading a bit to kind of air it out.
Man spreading. Yep.
You are following this sort of sound of this beast as it's literally tearing down trees in front of you. And you kind of... can everyone roll for me really quick acrobatics?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
Jeez.
22.
You're fine.
9.
19.
Orgoloth, you fall back. And Paelius, the bag comes flying towards you. You can grab it if you'd like.
Yeah.
Jimothy, you can try to help Orgoloth stay on the cart if you'd like, or you could just kind of let him fall for now.
No shade. No, it's whatever. That's what I do.
I wasn't paying attention to him.
Wait, do I have the option of saving Orgoloth or the bag?
But you can say you can try to save both, but it's going to be a higher roll.
Just save the bag. I'll catch up.
No, actually, I would like to save the bag, but I feel like Paelius would try to save you first, so I'm going to save Orgoloth.
Okay, roll.
10 plus, I don't know what I'm adding to that.
That would be acrobatics.
Oh, so 15.
Okay, if you want, you can roll for the bag.
Okay,
You
yeah.
did good enough on the Orgoloth roll. I don't think it would be out of.
Or how about he grabs me like by the ankles, and then can I can try and grab the bag for
Yeah,
more.
yeah, sure, go for it.
Okay,
I like it.
Yep.
All right. What do you want me to roll?
Also acrobatics.
Oh fuck yeah! I got a nat 20.
Okay, cool. So you grab it immediately out of the air before anything manages to fall out. And you're kind of swung back onto the cart, sitting once again back down next to Jimothy, who kind of just hears the wet smacking of your butt against the wood. Surprisingly, though, in front of you, you notice a small metal plate with an indent in it. Jimothy, you're more focused on the fact that the cart is not actually going fast enough. You are following the shadowy figure. But it looks like with all the sort of commotion and everything, the horse that is leading your cart cannot seem to, compensate for all those like obstacles in front of you. And the cart doesn't seem to be doing so well either. I mean, granted, you could be doing much worse on foot, but you need to find a way to go faster somehow. So what are you guys doing?
Oh, I'll get to the back of the cart, or like I'll climb onto the top back of the cart and then cast Gust of Wind,
Okay.
Oh, sick.
which is like a 60-foot like tailwind essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay, roll for me.
I don't roll anything.
You would for this.
Okay, fine.
It's an unconventional way of using it. I'm going to have to make rolls for it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Let's see, 15 plus my spellcasting modifier,
Wisdom. It would be wisdom.
and that would be 18.
And with an 18, you manage to kind of aim it towards the ground in a way that's not going to just completely back end the vehicle, as it kind of shoots it forward over what looks to be a tree trunk that would have actually probably knocked your car completely off course. You probably did just save the cart from complete failure at this point. It seems like the beast is sort of knowing that you're following and is sort of making obstacles in your way to kind of prevent you from travel. You kind of have made some distance, but once again, you are not entirely catching up. Is there anything you guys want to do really quick?
How close are we to this guy?
You are about a couple 100 feet away, just in viewing distance, enough to see it, but not enough to make out what it is.
Get rid of the metal plate.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that little metal plate. We should probably read that. Like you said, it had an indentation, like an engraving? Or
No, an indent.
Just a dent, and it's just a metal plate.
Like a little socket.
Oh, I was thinking like a dinner plate. Orgoloth sticks his finger in it.
Nothing seems to happen, but you feel the grooves of what kind of remind you of the kind of paneling, I guess, with the word for it, of a gemstone, or like some kind of like power core or something.
If only we had picked one of those, something like that up recently.
Yeah, like a purple speckled cursed gemstone would look so good right here. Oh well, and then fuck it. I'll take this hook and do it.
All right.
I don't know though. I don't know because like
you're running out of time. Actually, everybody make an acrobatic save as Orgoloth is deciding whether or not to throw in the gemstone that he was going to use for his blade.
18.
18, you're fine.
16.
You're fine.
17.
You're also fine. As branches seem to come overhead and you all manage to duck in the way in time. Jimothy, you actually kind of tilt out of the way as one kind of looked like it was about to slash your eye. This is definitely not the best place for a cart to be traveling.
Orgoloth says fucking just puts the stone in.
So Orgoloth kind of slaps in this purple stone, which kind of causes the plate itself to start glowing. Orgoloth, can you roll a d20 for me really quick?
Fucking hell, it was a nat 1.
Okay.
Damn it, that's like my third one.
As the horse seems to start to stumble and roll underneath the cart, but you don't feel like the cart itself starts to, like, you would expect the cart to just completely flip out now, right? It doesn't. Instead, what you feel is this, those of you inside suddenly feel a warm, sticky sensation as you're pretty sure that right now is the time to get out of inside of that wagon. Maybe join Jimothy out on the part that isn't covered.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh no, I think I know what's happening.
I'm gonna hop out on top of it.
Okay, so you hop on top of it, and underneath you feel sort of the wagon material is sort of becoming coarser and rougher, almost like fur, as it starts to condense in on itself. And instead of the sensation of wheels, you start to hear the as several legs now seem to be moving almost mechanically towards your target at a faster rate than the wheels were. Jimothy, you feel the reins start to slip out of your hands and into what appears to be the mandibles of a giant spider.
Oh, God.
You are now riding on a giant spider. Everybody, roll acrobatics for me real quick.
Wow. Man.
Ooh.
All right, 16.
Nat 20.
I got a...
Okay, you're fine. You're completely balanced. What's up?
Not a nat 20, but a 20.
Okay, so you're all fine. Jimothy, you kind of make your way back onto the body of the beast, only to slip down and kind of land in between where its head and its body meet. So you're riding it pretty much in the same position, as this spider seems to be doing a lot better than that wagon is at getting through the forest. It seems to be able to kind of make its way over all the obstacles. Can you all roll an athletic save for me really quick? Except for Paelius, you're fine.
7.
Nat 20 and plus 5.
Oh, wait, no, athletics. So 8.
Okay, Jimothy, as the spider starts to do this sort of leap, it kind of tracks alongside of the trees and starts digging its talons into the trees itself. Like you can hear the bursting of bark as it kind of punctures its way through, almost like it's tinfoil. Jimothy is thrown off. He is not able to kind of grip in time for this spider. As he tumbles to the ground, he takes about 2 falling damage.
Bye.
But the other 2 of you seem to be fine. Jimothy, you will be catching up at some point, but you will be out of it for a bit as you try to kind of make up for the lost ground.
Okay, cool.
You seem to be following, and Jimothy can see this because it's not too far away. You are kind of getting closer to a large clearing as the beast sort of stops and turns its back to a cliff wall. The cart that you were standing on, the spider, kind of rolls and starts to tumble and starts to D-shape as you see the wheels start to sprout back into place. The horse seems to kind of reappear, and the body of it seems to kind of take more of a wagon shape instead of its spider body that it just had. As I need you both to roll one more acrobatic save for me.
12.
18.
Orgoloth, you manage to kind of ride out the storm as you position yourself in a way to keep yourself safe. Paelius, you are in fact flung off, but you land in the clearing. You're going to take about 2 falling damage as well.
Nope.
And
slow fall.
You're taking 1 falling damage. You're fine.
Are you sure? Because slow fall lets me get rid of 5 times my monk level of falling damage. Like I can negate up to 20 falling damage.
Oh, okay.
So I just kind of
you're fine.
I cat land on my feet, but I'm not on the cart, I guess.
Doesn't that use a...
I think you just fall. It just doesn't hurt.
Okay.
You cat land on your face, but miraculously don't take any damage.
I would imagine on his shoulder, but okay. I imagine he's like, oh shit, and he kind of tumbles into it, knowing how to fall without
So I'm
getting pain.
I'm on the ground, but not hurt.
He yells parkour.
Yeah, but you can get up pretty readily because of slow fall.
Since I'm still on the cart, can I look over and see if that stone is still there or if it's been consumed?
The stone seems to be in shambles. It looks like there's dust where the stone was inside of the plate. And the plate itself seems to have rusted and rotted slightly.
Orgoloth snorts it. No, I'm kidding.
He sneezes. That's it. But in front of you now is standing this large beast, and Paelius and Orgoloth, you guys have night vision both, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the way that
enhanced night vision.
So there is a quite a bit of moonlight bleeding onto this creature, who is carrying what looks to be Madame Pennycopper in its arm, and throws her off to the side before letting out a large howl at you. Roll for initiative. You are in combat with what looks to be a large werewolf.
Quick question. Oh, I guess actually it doesn't matter. I was going to say, is detect evil and good still on? But it's a werewolf, whatever.
First of all, it's a werewolf. Second, Jimothy was never within 30 feet of it.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
I got 18 on initiative.
Sick. I'm only rolling 20s and 1s. I swear. I did get an nat 20.
Give me 1 second to open the encounter. Jimothy, you're going to come back in exactly 2 rounds, just to let you know. So just sit tight for now.
Okay.
Jimothy, just for future's sake, can you roll initiative and let me know where you stand right now in terms of health?
Okay, I'm at 27. And I rolled a 6.
The dwarf then also had Orgoloth.
I would like to cast Fairy Fire, the daily drow spell that I get.
Okay, what does that do again? Can you describe it to me visually? Or
I'm assuming we're at least 10, 15 feet away from him, right?
Yeah, you're within... Wait, how far away is Fairy Fire?
The range is 60 feet, but it's a 20-foot cube.
Okay.
So I want to make sure that we're not affected by it. Remember last week I wanted to use it on the big...
No. I was going to say it's about 40 feet away.
So I want to test each object in 20-foot cube within range is outlined in blue, green, or violet light. Your choice. I'm going to pick violet. Any creature in the area when the spell is cast is also outlined in light if it fails a dexterity saving throw, which would be... it would be 13.
Oh, it makes it?
He makes it, okay. Yeah, okay, if he makes it, then it just doesn't matter.
Okay. So you cast Fairy Fire to try to make it a little easier to see this target. And just as the bolt of energy kind of shoots past its head, this purple energy, you can see its face. It looks to be this sort of grayish toned wolf, kind of telling you that it might be a bit older in the years than most werewolves are, making this maybe a little bit tougher than your average werewolf. It looks to be standing on its hind legs and seems to be kind of hunched over in its figure. Can someone roll a nature for me really quick?
17.
You know that this is what it would be called a hybrid form. Sometimes werewolves can shape change into wolf, werewolf, or wolf, werewolf, or human form, depending on different circumstances. Sometimes they can be in some level of control of it. It depends on the user and if they're aware of the changes or not. Sometimes the wolf inside definitely makes the changes for them. In this case, it has decided to take the shape of a hybrid. This means that it will be not only attacking with its mandibles, or its jaw, it will also be attacking with its claws. It also, you can see, picks up what looks to be a stick and kind of snaps it to make it into a makeshift spear.
Okay.
Orgoloth, are you doing anything else for your turn?
Not for that turn.
Okay.
I don't think I can do anything else for that turn.
But it is your turn once again. What are you doing?
It's my normal turn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna run. I'm just gonna run up.
Oh, also, since you rolled a 17, you would know this, Paelius. If a werewolf does bite you, in fact, there is a small chance of lycanthropy.
Oh, good.
All right. Well, Orgoloth throws caution to the wind and just runs up and goes for a melee attack.
Okay. Are you using your greatsword?
Yeah, I'm assuming that I probably didn't take the other stuff with me.
You got your weapons and you got your bag. That was all you were able to carry. So,
I mean, we could say the crossbow's in there, but I'm not going to use it. The crossbow from the first episode.
A naked Orgoloth grabs from the wreckage of the cart, the horse seemingly okay, actually, and picks up his greatsword and just kind of battle cries towards it. Genitalia swinging in the wind. As in the pale moonlight, he dances with the devil. Swing your sword, buddy.
All right. 22.
Roll for damage, because werewolves are not known for their thick hides.
Yeah, we're all naked.
Oh, good to know.
That is 9 damage.
As you kind of slash at it, and you kind of catch it on the shoulder, just chink, as a small splash of blood catches on your blade. It looks like you dealt the creature a decent blow. Paelius, what are you doing?
All right, so I'm gonna position myself between the werewolf and young Miss Penny Copper, and then I'm gonna go ahead and cast Firebolt at this thing.
All right, go for it, dude.
So it's a ranged spell attack. If it hits, it's 1d10 damage. 10.
10 to hit?
Yeah, it was a 10 to hit.
It kind of hits in front of him, but he kind of jumps back a bit. Kind of dodging the bolt, but it does seem to scare him a bit. It is now Jimothy's turn, who is running towards the battle. The werewolf is going to start going for Paelius, because Paelius is the closest, and it's going to make 2 attacks, it seems. The first one, it's going to sort of snarl and chomp at you. It hits, and it is doing 6 damage to you, as it kind of bites and kind of slashes, and the teeth sort of scrape against your arm. Orgoloth, can you roll a con save for me?
Oh, me?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, did I say Paelius earlier?
Yeah.
I meant to say Orgoloth, because Orgoloth did, in fact, melee attack.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so I took the 6 damage then. Jesus Christ. I got another nat 1. I'm a werewolf now.
So you get bitten, and you kind of fall. You are prone right now. So its next attack is going to have advantage on you as it starts to slash at you with its claws. And what is your AC again?
Right now, because I'm naked, it's 12.
He just barely misses as he starts to slash into the earth itself as you kind of roll out of the way.
I would like to riposte then.
Okay.
21.
Okay, that hits. Roll for damage.
17.
17 damage?
Jesus.
17 damage. Well, yeah, because it's a melee attack plus a superiority die for riposte. It's a good-ass ability.
Okay. As you kind of thrust up into the shoulder blade wound that you made earlier, and kind of penetrate through it, as it lets out a large, voracious howl towards the sky and pulls back off of you in kind of panic. Not enough to promote attack of opportunity, but enough to let you get up next turn.
Okay, cool.
Orgoloth, it is once again your turn. What are you doing?
I'm gonna lay into him. I'm just gonna attack him again.
Okay. Roll damage for me. Or roll attack for me, sorry.
Only a 13 this time.
Okay, you hit.
12.
You are kind of focusing on this wound that you've given it, and you kind of stab into it once again, and it lets out another sickening howl. Is that it for your turn?
Yeah, that's it.
As you kind of wrench the blade out and kind of splatter a small strip of blood onto the dirt itself. Paelius, you see the sort of glint of blood on the ground as Orgoloth removes his blade. What are you doing to kind of follow up this attack?
I'm going to go ahead and run up and just, swing as hard as I can with my quarterstaff. Two-handed,
cool.
So 14.
14 hit, you hit. Roll for damage.
Oh, 11 damage.
As you hit it and you kind of knock it in the stomach and blow the wind out of it. What are you going to do now?
I'm going to go ahead and use a key to use Flurry of Blows and punch it 2 more times.
So you kind of gracefully put your staff behind your back as you kind of pop, let out 2 punches with your offhand into its stomach.
Yeah, basically the way I see it is since I'm swinging horizontally, as it comes back around, I throw in with my left hand and then sheathe with my right hand and then just bring that hand in for a chop. So 2 punches.
Cool.
But okay, so 19 to hit for that first punch.
Okay, roll for damage.
4 damage. And then the second one. Oh, yeah, that definitely hits. That's a 23 to hit on that one.
Roll for damage.
Another 4, so 8.
It's not doing too hot right now. It seems to be bleeding quite a bit, and it looks like it's probably bruised up. It is going to Jimothy finally makes his way into the battlefield and is able to kind of retrieve his weapons. Next round, he'll be able to attack. The werewolf now is going to, however, target you for doing some serious damage to it, as it's going to bite at you, and it hits. And you are taking 6 damage as well.
Okay.
And I need you to roll con for me.
Oh man, what if we all become werewolves in this one?
I don't know.
Oh man.
It,
We can't become real wolves' blood brothers.
18 on that save.
You're fine.
Cool.
Yeah, you don't feel any different. Orgoloth, it is now your turn.
I'm just gonna attack and goading strike him.
Okay. Attack for me, please.
13 again.
Okay, roll for damage.
10 plus 15.
Okay. This wolf looks like it's in a bit of a panic. As you bring it down seriously with another strike. Now another slash across its entire torso. That seems to be cutting in quite deep. It actually is going to panic and sort of with a deafening roar. Can you guys roll a
Con save?
yeah.
Much better this time.
19.
19 for me as well.
Okay, you're fine. As it lets out a deafening roar that blows you back 10 feet, but not on your backs, not leaving you prone, as it is going to kind of leap up and climb the cliff and off into the darkness, leaving you alone.
Oh, can I not like try and crossbow him, or is he too quick for me?
Roll for me.
Just a d20.
Mm-hmm.
Just a 10.
You shoot, but it flies untrue.
I mean, can I make that similar attempt with Fist of the Unbroken Air?
Sure.
Sweet.
Do you really want to use that? Like, how much key do you have?
I mean, I assume we'll get a couple hours. I only need a short rest to get all my key back, so I assume we'll get that at some point.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
So, am I rolling for whether or not I hit, or
Roll for me.
okay? 8. So probably not.
An 8. Can you roll damage for me, actually, really quick?
Like the Fist of the Unbroken Air's damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You'll find out.
13 total.
Okay. As you kind of punch up and sort of in that eagerness to kind of hit it, you actually dislocate some rocks, which fall. I need you guys to make dex saves for me. And also, if you guys want to try to save Penny Copper from falling rocks, you're going to need to roll a dex save for her as well.
All right. Well, that part's up to Paelius.
Oh, I'm absolutely going to try to save her.
Mm-hmm.
So, my dex save is 15.
Okay, you're fine.
14 for me.
You are not fine.
I got a 20 on saving her.
Okay, so you managed to get her out of the way, as Orgoloth is going to be crushed by falling rocks.
Damn it, Paelius!
You're taking 24 damage in falling rocks
Holy
as boulders crush you.
You're welcome.
Jimothy, Paelius managed to pull Penny Copper out of the way. Are you going to try to help out Orgoloth? Or are you going to just go to Paelius? What are you doing?
Remind me, the werewolf is gone?
Yep.
Okay. I'll run over and...
I'm at 10 health.
I'm going to check to make sure that Penny's okay.
You're not going to check on Orgoloth? I've already got Penny. I want to say, like, I'm currently with her. I pulled her out of the way of those rocks, so...
She's fine. She didn't take any...
hang on.
Well, I mean,
So,
she might
like,
have taken
wait,
damage during the chase.
Is Orgoloth,
but-
like, in my view? Like, can I even see him?
You watched him get crushed.
He was, and now he's gone behind rocks
Oh, I mean, all right.
that you watched fall on him.
Can I roll to climb out of these
Well,
rocks?
it's my turn, motherfucker.
Well, we're not in combat.
It's still my turn. I didn't get to combat. All right, fine. I say to Paelius, like, hey, where's Orgoloth?
I don't know, man. Like, I think he's under those rocks that mysteriously fell off that cliff for no reason.
Oh, well, let's see.
These things happen, you know?
And Penny Copper kind of looks at you and goes, but didn't you just use a thing he says?
Honey, you're delirious. It's okay. Just rest. You hit your head. Actually, what kind of shape is she in?
I'll try to move some of these rocks out of the way.
Can you roll strength for me, buddy?
Okay. I rolled a 1. I guess his heart wasn't really. His heart
you
wasn't
roll a
really in
boulder
it.
onto yourself.
You have luck.
All right, fine. I'll re-roll it. Oh, hang on.
And I rolled a 17. Is that...
I rolled a 2. So I rolled a 1 and a 2.
Okay, so Orgoloth is not suffocating because he rolled a 17. Paelius, let me know when you start going over to Orgoloth. I'm gonna just be here rolling damage quietly.
Well, real quick, I just want to... Is Penny in,
Is
like...
a 17 not enough to dislodge myself?
Orgoloth, you're taking 1 more damage.
Oh my
And,
god! Okay, I'm
Jimmy-
gonna hand Penny one of those 1d6 potions I've got, and then I'm gonna
Okay.
go dig him
Orgoloth,
out.
you take 1 more damage.
I'm digging him out.
All right.
Okay, roll strength for me.
Oh my god. What is my modifier? 18.
Okay, yeah, you managed to kind of wrestle rocks out of the way as they kind of tumble down the little hill that has formed around Orgoloth as you pull out your bloody, scraped up, and somehow still alive friend.
Orgoloth, are you okay? Like, it's unbelievable. Did you see that thing throw all those rocks at you?
Yeah, that was it. I spit out blood. Not trying to hit Paelius, but not specifically not trying to hit him.
Can I make a dex saving throw against getting, like, blood spat on
Against my
me?
blood spit.
I, like, Matrix style dodge it.
Sure, go for it.
18. Man, that's a good
Okay, you're fine.
Yeah, I don't get blood on me. Nice try.
It's just beet juice. So, are any of your healing spells cantrips, Jimothy?
No, I have Cure Wounds, which is a level 1 spell, and then a Prayer of Healing, which is a level 2 spell.
Well, you absolutely shouldn't use Prayer of Healing, but would you? How much does Cure Wounds? Because I'm at 20% health.
Well, I mean, I don't know. You guys kind of turned the cart into a giant spider that chucked me off. I've had a rough night, okay?
To be fair, it's more on you for not staying on the spider than for us making it a spider.
And I literally cannot say, Orgoloth can say it, but Chris can't say he didn't know that would happen because I didn't.
Orgoloth is also probably... He was pretty down for it to happen. Like...
Yeah, he didn't know that was going to happen, but he was super about it. That was probably the coolest thing that's ever happened to him in his entire life.
Yeah, so I... Also, to counterpoint, just because I didn't dodge a bullet doesn't mean that whoever shot the bullet's still not a dick.
That's
I mean, to be fair, I was inside that spider for a brief moment, so...
Yeah, okay, and you are... And it's... I find it weird that you're not mad about that. However...
Hey, I mean,
I think
things
we're
happen, yo. Like...
Maybe we should go back inside.
Yes,
let's do that. I help her get
Also,
into the
why
cart.
are you naked?
Oh, we were taking a bath before this,
my clothes were crushed by the
and I
rocks.
just don't need clothes.
No, you were definitely naked before that.
You're also missing that doesn't make any sense either.
I don't,
What?
And she's just like, fair.
ma'am, I don't need clothes. I don't know if you know, I'm a monk. I typically don't wear them anyway. I mean, I wear them, but they don't count for much.
Do you come from a place that they don't have clothes?
I mean,
I run charity businesses. I don't...
I
mean, can you give me the...
there's no one left who needs those clothes. Don't worry.
Well, you need clothes, and you are a person, aren't you?
I mean, what even?
I'm not really a person.
You know, like why do I really need clothes though? Like, it didn't really hamper me here. I definitely beat a werewolf off of you, so.
Wait, there was a werewolf?
My guy
I'm gonna
is Paelius
isolate
Nilo,
just that
and
one
now
part
I'm
where
beat
you
a
say
werewolf
you
off.
beat a werewolf.
Damn it!
I have all the power.
All right, Penny, let's get in this car.
All right, well, I guess Orgoloth would just kind of limp back to the cart and just like spread eagle lay on it and just groan.
I'll be honest, this cart is pretty much destroyed. The horse is okay enough, but you're gonna have to walk the way back.
Great. Can't
We can
wait.
Orgoloth is gonna try and get on the horse, and it's probably not gonna work out.
Roll animal handling.
14 minus 1, so 13.
Okay, the horse is not doing it.
Paelius is gonna put Penny on the horse.
Let me roll animal handling for her. She falls off the horse.
Oh, okay. Well, I tried. All right, I guess we're hoofing it back. No pun intended. Little pun intended. Actually, you know what? Paelius is gonna hop on this horse. No one else is gonna ride it.
Do you guys want a piece of my skirt or something as clothing? Or,
No.
I mean, this is a larger dress. I don't need all of it, I guess.
It's okay. They've more than proven that they do not at all want it.
I'd get it all bloody anyway.
And I just don't care.
As you guys make the long, probably 45-minute walk back to the castle, By the time you get back, though, the sun is starting to rise.
Man, we're gonna have a fun time explaining this to people.
You're gonna have a fun time. Orgoloth's gonna go to bed.
Orgoloth, can you roll a history check for me?
Nat 1, Jesus.
Okay, you have never heard in the history of anything what a werewolf does? Wait, I'm sorry, just really quick. Did you make the history check earlier? Or was that just Paelius?
No, only Paelius did.
Okay, you've never heard of a werewolf.
Would I be aware of what to look out for? Because, like, I saw him get bit.
You are aware. Can you roll a history for me as well, actually?
And I mean, like, lore-wise, I know elves typically don't grow body hair.
14.
You've heard of maybe a few instances of elves and one instance of a drow getting bit by werewolves and cursed with lycanthropy. All of them have died the night of the full moon.
So, Orgoloth, I got some bad news for you. I'm sorry, Ernest, I've got some bad news for you.
As you're walking inside of the castle now, naked, in through the lobby, as Sherbert says, "Good morning."
Morning, Sherbert. Is there brunch somewhere?
Out for a nature walk, sirs?
Always.
Wonderful. I mean, you seem to be bleeding. When you feel yourselves ready, we will be having breakfast in the Arboretum.
So, at hearing like that breakfast is in the Arboretum, Paelius just books it back to his room to get dressed to go get some of this food in this like tree place.
Yeah, I guess Orgoloth will just kind of limp back.
I'm just gonna get back into my normal my gear.
Okay.
Actually, I think Orgoloth, after he cleans up, wants to put on his splint and not take it off again.
Penny Copper actually stops Paelius, and she kind of says to you, "Do you know that anyone here is a werewolf?" Ambrosius never mentioned that he had a werewolf problem, and I'm sure he would have if he had one.
I mean, would he though? I feel like that's something one would want to keep to himself.
All right, Orgoloth's just gonna walk out banging a pot. All right, everybody, take your shirts off. The thought process being he wants to look at everyone's shoulder to see that part that he stabbed a whole bunch.
So,
I'm assuming no one's gonna go along with it.
So Orgoloth walks into the Arboretum as Ambrosius is like, "Oh, welcome to the..."
Exactly, that is exactly what happens.
Arthur Clark is holding what looks to be a poached egg, and he drops it onto the floor with a cute little rubbery bounce as it rolls underneath Orgoloth's foot. And Servant 63 starts to remove his shirt, and then Preston's like, "Stop with that! Stop! Don't do that!" But he said, "No, don't listen." Ambrosius says, "Well, right. We do have a pool, but let's eat breakfast first. You know, it's the least I can offer to my honored guests. You know, my home is your home. Orgoloth, that was your name, correct?"
Yeah.
Would you care to join us? I hope I'm not assuming. I overheard your name during the conversation.
Wait a second.
You're right. That's my
Your name is Orgoloth?
Yeah, what of it?
Oh, and then the Preston's gonna like, "Wait, I thought your name was Madame Prismith."
Oh no, Madame Prismith left this morning. No. She wanted me to tell you that.
What do you mean she left this morning?
COD. Or sorry, last night. During the night, I saw her leaving as we went on our little adventure. Turns out she's a werewolf. I mean, who would have figured, right?
Arthur Clark stands up as you say werewolf. He's like, "A werewolf here? My George, get me my crossbow." It's Greg. Right, sorry. Fetch me my crossbow. It's off to the hunt.
Yeah. Get him. The bastard bit me.
You do that, Clark.
Get him for me.
Wait, did you say you just got bit by a werewolf?
He did.
No. No, what are you talking about? I didn't say anything like that.
Roll bluff for me.
18 plus 5. Because best stat. So yeah, 23.
Okay, yeah, they buy it. They buy that you didn't.
They fucking bet it.
They
That's not a hard sell. And I put my clothes back on. So
right. You're not naked anymore. They're not. I mean, they would be distracted by your junk if you did well while being naked.
Yeah, it's just so much to behold. Orgoloth's definitely not compensating with this giant greatsword or anything.
Why are there 3 of them?
3 times the fun. Oh, no, there's 8 of them. That's why they call him the spider.
Oh, God. But yeah, so Jimothy, where are you right now?
Remind me what room we're in?
They're over in the Arboretum. I mentioned that you guys went upstairs. You guys mentioned you went upstairs. You got changed or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
I came
back down.
Yeah, I came back down to the Arboretum.
Just making sure. What are you doing?
I don't know.
Just standing there watching Orgoloth.
Yeah, I'm just gonna eat some breakfast if that's being served, or waiting for breakfast patiently.
Breakfast is served. There's the full spread is on the table.
Jimothy is just chowing down. He's a halfling. They like food, so like.
I like to imagine when it's like, your name is Orgoloth, Jimothy just kind of like swallows really hard and looks over and he's like, yeah.
he just kind of gives Paelius like a squinty look, like a what? Really?
Like, I tried telling you this.
It's like we've been over this. I've called him Orgoloth.
Shut up, you false monk. Can we also retcon, in the interest of trying to get some health back, that during this whole thing, Orgoloth was just stuffing food into his mouth? So it's like, no, I don't get hit by a werewolf, as he's just eating. Because I'm at 8 health, and I want to get some back.
I'll say this. So to kind of clarify, so you see that Jimothy is stuffing his face, and when people are like, wait, did you say you got bit by a werewolf? You just kind of walk over and stuff a bread roll in your mouth? I'm like,
yeah, there you go. How delicious is this bread roll? Like 8 points of health delicious, maybe?
Roll for delicious.
You're going to be fine.
Sorry, what was that?
Don't worry about it. Ambrosia
I don't heal at all. Okay.
Ambrosia kind of pats his mouth. He's like, I'm sorry, can you excuse me? I actually do need to ask those two some questions. And he kind of taps Jimothy on the shoulder as he passes by to kind of give him the idea that he wants him to come with, but he isn't like going to stop you if you want to keep eating.
I mean, Jimothy doesn't really have any information on any kind of werewolf stuff. So
right, but he doesn't want you to feel excluded.
Jimothy is a hard person to offend most of the time, unless
you call him a baby or not his real name.
Yeah, those are the only real 2 criteria.
Okay.
As Ambrosia kind of approaches the tomb, he's like, "Could you boys walk with me really quick? Over there in the shaded area."
Wait, he tapped on Jimothy and who else?
He tapped Jimothy on the shoulder, but he walked over to the 2 of you. He leads you over to a shaded area. You notice that where he was sitting, there was an umbrella set up. And he seems to be walking with it in hand. It's sort of this lovely purple shaded umbrella with this nice little floral pattern to it and a sort of a deep cherry wood handle. As he's walking through the garden, and he's sort of like reaching down occasionally and kind of like lifting a flower to check its petals. You know, growing a garden is very therapeutic sometimes, boys. Tell me, what is your favorite flower?
Nightshade. Obviously, nightshade. It's in real life too. Actually, nightshade is just such a pretty flower.
Mm-hmm.
But Orgoloth definitely would like nightshade.
Nightshade, a lovely flower. Paelius, is it?
Yeah.
What is your favorite flower?
I'm a big fan of tulips.
Tulips. How quaint. I, for one, am a fan of the wolfsbane. And he kind of leans back down and kind of touches the petals of the flower, and you notice that he is, in fact, holding wolfsbane in his hands. And he says, it's a very toxic flower. Beautiful, but terribly toxic. With a large dose of it, death is almost instantaneous. For someone like you, it may take a day or 2, but for someone like myself, it would be within hours. It was also very interesting that in the presence of werewolves, it seems to give off the faintest glow. Tell you what, I may have someone who can help you.
Help with what?
With your problem.
I don't have a problem.
As he picks up, he plucks the wolfsbane, and he kind of holds it up to you as it kind of like gives off this sort of shimmery glow.
Guys, holy shit, Ambrosia's a werewolf.
As he goes, yes. And he kind of tosses it down.
Orgoloth just seemed like, I don't get it, and starts scratching himself.
Have you ever been to the Tirosi deserts? It's said to be a holy land where very few plants grow, except for one very specific cactus flower. And this flower is said to do very few things. It's a lovely tea.
I'm listening.
But even more interesting than that, it seems to cleanse one's soul of any canine tendencies, if you will.
Oh, I was hoping you'd say sins, because...
I'm sure the both of you would like to get out of here very soon, but I will have to ask you if you could please stay maybe a few days longer and help me locate this werewolf. I know it will do you no good, but it may help me and keep my guests safe, and, well, I do have staff here, and I don't want them getting hurt.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be down to...
I'll be frank, it doesn't seem that it's any of my staff. They usually stay here in the confines of the castle. Not because they're trapped, but because there's nothing really to do outside of the castle. But my guests lead very interesting lives, and I'm not sure exactly who they run into. Take, for example, Maribel. She works in the local town as a teacher, very close to the forest. And then you have some of my more exotic residents. You have Dunmore and Pennycopper and Clark, and, well, you have that Preston fellow from the islands. If you could help me locate this problem.
Discussing the guests and everything, I do have a question for you, actually. We didn't receive an invitation. We just kind of showed up. And you didn't bat an eye.
Yes, you did. Well, you should have. My messengers may have sent a message out to you. My messenger ravens may have sent a message to your last known residence in Aileron, I believe at an inn.
We stayed there for a month. Yeah, okay. That's fair.
And I guess we must have just missed you. But you were actually invited by one of the other guests.
And who was that?
Why, Crasbone, of course.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. That's fair.
Greg, how do you know Crasbone?
We go way back. Way, way back.
Okay, but that doesn't tell me anything.
Shut up for being cryptic.
Fair enough.
Dear Paelius, when you come back from your werewolf expenditure, we will discuss my history with the peculiar sorcerer, if you want to call him that.
All right, fair enough.
Obviously, I will pay you to help us with this issue. Not to try to buy out your time and resources, but to kind of, compensate you for your time. And also, I'm assuming that the journey to the desert will not be the easiest one. Let's return to the group, shall we?
As a side note, Crasbone the Peculiar, as a possible title he may have gained somewhere, Crasbone the Peculiar as an alias sounds pretty sick.
I'm glad you like it.
Seconded.
Anyway, sorry, continue.
Deeper character lore. Let's return back to the group so we should not arouse any suspicion, if that makes sense to you.
I think we roused a bit, but I guess it could be worse. Yeah.
I'm sure a simple walk through the garden is nothing to be ashamed of.
Yeah, that's fair.
Beats walking through the forest all night, I'm sure. As he kind of he flashes a smile at you.
Greg, do you mind if I pick some of this here wolfsbane? Just to help aid in our search.
Tell me one question. One thing very quick. The wolf you looked at, could you describe it to me at all?
It was grey, it looked old, and we wounded its shoulder quite seriously.
Paelius, I'm sorry to have dashed your hopes, but well, if it is as old as you describe it, if its fur has started to turn grey, I don't think wolfsbane will help anymore.
All right, well, I feel like you probably know more about werewolves than I do, so...
But I will tell you this. If, by any chance, you are unable to find him or her, I'm sure that if you manage to retrieve some of the concoction I spoke to you about just moments ago and bring it back here, we can always organize another dinner party. And he kind of nods his head or tilts it to the side a bit to kind of motion you back to the table. And you all kind of take that brisk walk back. It was about outside of earshot of the group, and you kind of see, Jimothy, what have you been up to while you've been waiting for the party? Have you just been kind of consuming? Have you been talking to anyone?
I've just been consuming. No. He had his breakfast, but now he's just making small talk with the other guests.
Before he lets you guys go back to sitting down and, having breakfast proper, he does say, be sure to follow any leads that you can, any sort of suspicious activity of any kind, and you have breakfast. And after breakfast, you guys make your way back to your room, and you can kind of discuss the events of last night in proper.
Are we doing this in the bath again? Because I vote we do this in the bath again.
Jimothy's going to vote against.
Paelius is already naked. Paelius is already
Orgoloth
naked.
is just chasing after him, giggling.
We're already splashing in the tub. Like,
Jimothy will go in with them, but he's not getting in the bath with them.
Can we meditate in this bath?
No.
Can it be a short rest?
I am making this a conscious decision that you are taking time out of your day to have fun in the bath.
well,
Okay.
no. We're just having
Can we
this
then,
conversation
like,
in the bath.
Have a short rest afterwards.
However, I will say that it is sort of a montage moment for a brief
Okay.
period. You're splashing, there's a rubber duck, you're twirling around, Crasbone's in there a bit, you guys are all laughing. Crasbone leaves, he comes back, he has soda, he's having a good time.
We start
Crasbone
playing
leaves-
drinking games in the.
Crasbone comes back again, he drops off a rubber duck and then he leaves. And then you guys are by yourselves again.
The hardest dibs on that rubber duck.
All right, so Paelius is a cursed rubber duck now.
Putting that in my inventory. Rubber duck from Chrysbone.
Why did you curse the rubber duck? Well, it was too powerful.
It's the curse of friendship.
Rubber duck from Kraz.
Don't tempt me with that. I will make that a thing and it'll be horrifying. Just check back in 2 weeks, guys. But yeah, so you guys have a moment to yourselves.
Do you guys have any idea who might be this the werewolf we're looking for? Any?
Well, Jimothy, I just want to remind you really quick out of character. You haven't seen these guys. You saw these guys last night. You just saw them naked. And you were off doing your own thing. And you followed someone. And you learned some shit.
Oh yeah.
They don't know about this. You kind of know about
Oh
this.
yeah,
we
you're
were
right.
splashing in the tub.
Yeah.
That's true. Oh yeah. So while I was wandering the halls, I found Dunmore wandering the hall. I also found Dunmore wandering the halls, so I tailed her, and she came across a door that looked almost like a cellar door at the end of a hallway. And when she found it, she turned around immediately, and I had to wander back. But I think there might be something down there.
All right. Let's go check out the sex dungeon then.
I mean, I don't really know if it's a sex dungeon, but I'm sure it will. It might lead to.
Sex
It
basement?
might lead to some clues. So
Yeah, let's do it.
Are we sure that's such a good idea? I mean, Orgoloth, you were just crushed under some boulders a little while ago, and
Yeah, thanks for that.
it was crazy. That wolf just hucked him down. Like, yeah, you know what? Yep, let's go do it. I'm fine.
So with that, you guys are going to take a rest. You're going to get you're going to take a full rest until the following evening. And you're going to suit up and you're going to get ready to go. Because next time on the Arcane Mystery Tour, the gang is going to be going down into that cellar and finding out what exactly is going on here.